Hello everybody, my name is Thaisa Cueva and I will be doing a mini teach lesson. It's the math, the first one, lesson 1. And I decided to work on word problems. The kids will be in first grade and I looked at the standards and tried my best to apply them in my lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi kids, how are you doing this morning?
Good.
Good, okay. So today we will be talking about word problems, all right? If you remember last week we talked about number sentences. We looked at addition and subtraction, which today we will review. And so having all this prior knowledge will help us kids to solve word problems, okay? So let's go ahead and get it started. Word problems. To start off, let's do a diagnostic test. So I am going to be asking you a couple questions and I would really like to know how you would answer. Okay, so let's look at the first question together. What is a math sentence? Remember to raise your hand when you have an answer. So what is a math sentence? Yes?
I don't know.
Do you remember how we can solve math sentences by having two numbers with a plus or a minus and an equal sign to give a total? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, that is a math sentence. Let's look at number 2. What is a word problem? Now, I know you don't really know, but I would like for you to think about it and tell me what you think, all right? So what is a word problem in your own mind? Yes.
There's a problem with the word.
Okay, there are words, maybe some math involved, definitely a number sentence. And so if we look at 3, how can we figure out if we got the right answer? Think. How can we figure out if we got the right answer? Yes?
I don't know.
We check it with the manipulatives. Remember how we touched on different ways to solve number sentences? For example, with the base 10 blocks, we talked about different number bonds and so forth. So let's go ahead and look and review how we can solve word problems correctly, okay? So, word problems are awesome. What is a word problem? Well, it's a math question written in a couple sentences that requires the students to apply your prior knowledge or the knowledge from last week to a real life scenario, okay? Word problems should be called story problems. Why? Because they could happen in real life. So they have to make sense, okay? Well, one might ask, how do we solve such word problems? Well, word problems or story problems can be solved many different ways, and we talked about it last week. We talked about different ways to solve a number sentence, and we will use that information to do this today effectively, okay? The important part is finding the best way for you. So each one of us is different. Each one of us uses their imagination and their knowledge differently. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. You will have the power to choose your manipulatives. It could be different things. I will give you 3 choices at least, okay? So you can use number lines, place value mats, or even number bonds. This is a number bond. We look at the total, which is a 10, and we have 7 pebbles here and 3 pebbles here. Why is that a number bond? Because that is exactly how you do it, and you add these 2, which gives you the total, okay? This is a number sentence. 7 plus 3 equals 10. We worked on that already, so I'm sure it's familiar to you. This is number blocks, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have 3 more 3 ones, all right? And this is the tens frames. Those are really fun. I love these so much. And it's the same process here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we added 3. 1, 2, 3. And then all together, it gives you 10. So here's an example of the different ways to solve a number sentence, okay? All right, what should we ask ourselves first? Well, I put on here, what are we trying to figure out? What is the problem about? Is it about finding a total number of cookies, crayons, animals? What is the number sentence to solve for the problem? Is it 3 plus 2, 4 plus 7? And does this problem make sense in real life? Is it something that could happen? For example, if a friend is making cookies and wants to share the cookies, that's possible. That's a real life scenario, okay? So let's try to solve one word problem together. All right, example 1. I'm gonna go ahead and read the problem and we'll talk about it together. So Mary loves cookies. Mary's mom made 12 cookies. Mary's sister ate 4 cookies. How many cookies are left for Mary to enjoy? All right, so I'm gonna ask the first question. What is this problem about? Please raise your hand. What is this problem about? What are we talking about? Yes?
How many cookies are left?
Okay, cookies, delicious. Okay, question 2. What are we trying to find out? Should it be an addition problem or a subtraction problem? What do you think? Raise your hand. Yes.
Subtract.
Okay, subtraction, okay. Now, how would you solve this problem? That's another question we might ask. What method could you use? What manipulative method could you use? We just talked about it here. Do you remember?
Yes.
There are a few ways. So, can you tell me of a couple of ways we could solve that? Raise your hand. Yes.
Number sentence.
Yes, number sentence is very good. Okay, so let's solve it. Number bonds, 10 frame or base 10 blocks. Here are different ideas of how you could solve it. Okay, personally, I love 10 frames. 10 frames are awesome. I really love number bonds too, and base 10 blocks. Of course, you are familiar with all of this because we talked about it last week. All right, so you can choose one. Let's go ahead and try to solve it, okay? So remember how many cookies there are in total. How many cookies does Mary's mom cook? Do we remember?
12.
Yes, very good. So let's count together and see if there's 12, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yes, we have 12. Okay. We do know that Mary's sister got hungry. Do we remember how many she ate? Raise your hand. Yes.
4.
Very good. Okay, let's look at here. Let's erase 4 cookies because those 4 cookies are done. They are away. They're eaten. Okay. Now we know there's 4 gone. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are 8 left over. Let's see if that makes sense, okay? So 12 minus 4 is the number sentence equals what?
8.
Good job. It is 8. Very good. Okay, let's look at example 2. Okay, that's a different problem. Let's see if it's addition or subtraction. Okay. Jesus likes to make bracelets for his friends. Yesterday, he made 2 bracelets. Today, he made 5 more bracelets. How many bracelets does he have in total? All right. How could we solve this? What is a way you would like to solve this?
Number sentence.
Okay, number sentence. Does this problem make sense? Could it happen in real life?
No.
Actually, yes. It's possible for a boy to be making bracelets. So it could happen in real life. So could it happen in real life? Let's try again.
Yes.
Yes, it could. Very good. What are we counting? What is the main idea? What are we counting in this problem? Yes.
Bracelets.
Yes, very good. Do you think it's an addition word problem? Or is it a subtraction word problem?
Addition.
Addition. Why would you say that? Why would you think it's addition?
Because he made 2 and then 5.
Okay, very good. Good reasoning. Okay, so here I would like to solve it a different way. This time I would like to use number bonds. Okay, so this is a number bond. The total number is on top, and the 2 numbers that make up the total number is on the bottom. So we know that Jesus made how many yesterday? 2, right? How about today? He made 5. Very good. So let's see. We know it's an addition because we want to know the total of bracelets. Let's count together, okay? Let's pick 2, first number, and then let's add 5 to it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What's the total number?
7.
Very good. We know it's 7. 7 in total. Kiss your brain. That was awesome. Okay, let's get going. For the formative test, I would like for all of us to work together and have fun with these word problems. What I will be doing is organizing groups of 3 or 4. Then you will be given a worksheet where you need to solve different word problems or story problems. I will pass out the different manipulatives you need to solve these problems, such as base 10 blocks, 10 frames, or number bonds with dry erase markers. Of course, you're familiar with all of these. I will be passing them out, and you will be able to use them in order to solve those word problems. Okay? Here is the worksheet. I have it over here, so you're not confused. And of course, during this time, I will be walking around, I will be helping out, and you can ask me any type of questions. Just make sure to raise your hand. Okay? So, now that we are done, friends, it's time for the final test, okay? Or the formative test. Let us make sure that you have your whiteboards, your markers, your manipulatives or tools to use to solve your problems, okay? It's not timed because I don't believe in timed tests, so I will give you the time you need, all right? Remember, when things are hard, it's very good for your brain because it makes it grow. You are capable to do it. We reviewed it last week and this week. I am sure of your capabilities, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and go around and give out the test. Alrighty. So friends, thank you so much for this lesson. I had so much fun learning about word problems. Thank you.